What if the people who trouble you most are actually your greatest teachers? It sounds counterintuitive, even shocking. But think about it. Throughout history, spiritual masters have insisted that the path to freedom doesn't lie in running away from difficult people but in transforming how you respond to them. And when it comes to two of India's most influential spiritual voices, Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev and Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, their insights on handling difficult people are not only surprising but deeply practical. We've all asked ourselves at some point, why does this person bother me so much? Why can't I just be free of them? Yet the real answer may be far stranger and far more life-changing than we imagine. Stay with me until the end, because what unfolds here could shift your perspective forever. Picture this: a crowded workplace meeting room, the air tense with unsaid words. One person's sarcasm slices through the space, leaving another shrinking back in frustration. Or imagine a family dinner where a relative always finds a way to press your buttons, stirring emotions you thought you'd buried long ago. These are not rare scenes. They play out in homes, offices, and communities across the world every single day. But beyond the surface tension, there lies a deeper question. How do we deal with those who seem to exist only to trouble us? It's here that Sadhguru and Sri Sri step in with radically different yet complementary perspectives, offering not escape from life's challenges, but a profound reorientation of how we meet them. Let's start with Sadhguru. Known for his sharp clarity and piercing logic, he often flips our assumptions upside down. On the subject of people who trouble us, he once said, "If someone can disturb you, they are in some way your guru, because they are showing you where you are not free." At first glance, it's unsettling. Why would I consider someone who irritates or insults me as my teacher? Yet beneath the sting of those words lies an uncomfortable truth. Every time another person shakes us, it reveals the fragile spots in our own being. It's not about them, it's about us. What they touch is not a wound they created. It's a wound we've been carrying, perhaps unconsciously, for years. This perspective shocks many who hear it for the first time. Some feel inspired. Suddenly, those irritating colleagues, in-laws, or critics are not enemies but unknowing guides. Others feel offended. How could the person who insults me be my teacher? Yet the impact is undeniable. For many seekers, this reframing offers immense relief. No longer do they need to wage war on the outside world. Instead, they can turn inward and reclaim their power. It's as though the battlefield shifts from me versus them to me with myself. And in that shift, peace begins to dawn. When stories of people applying this teaching circulate in satsangs or online forums, the reactions are often the same: surprise, laughter, sometimes even tears. But not everyone agrees. This is where Sri Sri Ravi Shankar's perspective enters, and the conversation becomes richer. He often emphasizes compassion and light over confrontation. Don't fight with darkness, he says. Just bring in light and the darkness disappears. To him, people who trouble you are not only mirrors of your inner state but also souls weighed down by their own struggles. Instead of seeing them merely as tests of your strength, Sri Sri suggests approaching them with empathy, humor, and forgiveness. Yet this compassionate approach creates tension for some listeners. Why should I forgive the one who hurt me? Why should I smile when someone is unkind? Here lies the debate. Should we meet troublemakers with detachment, as Sadhguru suggests, or with compassion, as Sri Sri teaches? In truth, both perspectives are like two wings of the same bird. Sadhguru pushes us inward, reminding us that our inner state is our responsibility. Sri Sri softens the edges, teaching that others act from ignorance, pain, or fear, and that lightness can dissolve tension. Together, their teachings form a complete circle. One without the other is incomplete. Pure detachment can become coldness, while pure compassion can turn into naive tolerance. But when combined, strength within, kindness without, they create a path that not only shields us from harm but transforms our very relationships. This synthesis is what makes their insights powerful. They don't merely help us, handle difficult people. They help us grow through them. Why does this matter to you? Because whether you're in an office, a classroom, a family, or even scrolling online, difficult people are part of life. The boss who never appreciates, the neighbor who always complains, the online troll who won't stop commenting. They are everywhere. And unless we master how to meet them, we'll forever remain at their mercy. But imagine if their words no longer pierced you. Imagine if you could remain unshaken, even light-hearted, in the face of their negativity. That's not just theory, it's a skill, a muscle you can build. And this is where Sadhguru and Sri Sri's wisdom becomes deeply personal. Because it's not about them, it's about you. What if you started treating every difficult person not as a curse, but as a stepping stone? What if each sarcastic comment, each unfair criticism, was actually an invitation to become freer, stronger, lighter? What would that mean for your relationships, your work, your mental health? Imagine a world where difficult people no longer spread stress but trigger growth. Where instead of shrinking in their presence, you expand. Where their negativity bounces off your inner clarity like arrows striking a shield of light. Could it be that those who trouble you are not blocking your path, but sharpening it? Step back for a moment and see the bigger picture. Life has always been a grand classroom, and every person we meet is both student and teacher. Those who inspire us teach us what's possible. Those who trouble us teach us what's unfinished within us. Sadhguru reminds us that freedom comes when nothing outside disturbs us. Sri Sri reminds us that compassion is the bridge to understanding even the most troubled hearts. Together, their voices echo a timeless truth. Growth doesn't come from comfort, but from challenge. And in that light, difficult people stop being villains in our story. They become catalysts, shaping us into more resilient, compassionate, and awake human beings. At the end of the day, what Sadhguru and Sri Sri say about handling people who trouble you is not about lofty philosophy. It's about everyday life. It's about the colleague who drains you, the family member who frustrates you, the stranger who tests your patience. The lesson is simple yet profound. You can choose. You can choose to let them disturb you, or you can choose to grow through them. So let me turn it back to you. Who in your life has been your greatest troublemaker teacher? How did they shape you? Share your experiences in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else. And if this message resonated, like this video, subscribe, and share it with a friend who's struggling. Because in the end, it isn't just about handling difficult people. It's about discovering freedom within yourself.